It's Friday,
Oh yeah. What you got?
which means it's sexual or relate.
Or relationships.
You know, you know
I,
what?
I want it like okay.
Go
So
ahead.
somebody said recently
Stop it.
that I'm not waiting. I haven't been sitting around waiting for disaster. Okay, but in reality, there is a time when a lot of people start getting divorced.
Oh, I know you're waiting for this.
Because I just knew it was going to happen inevitably, right? And if it was happening back in the day, I could only imagine it's going to happen more now because so many more women are independent, making their own money, like prepared to go out on their own, have a maybe have a support system around them, and don't need a man as much as the previous generation.
Okay.
I feel like in the previous generation, a lot of men left their wives. A lot of men were caught cheating,
I just feel like,
and a lot of men left.
yeah,
Now I feel like more women are leaving, which makes total sense based on the way the world is going.
I just feel like the infatuation with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and the love story is so
Unrealistic or
like
inspirational? Which one?
I think it's like indicative of what people want, because I feel like before we were in like a fuckboy stage. Everyone was like, I don't need a man, I'm a fuckboy. I'm gonna have a bunch of fuckboys. Like their song about fuckboys and how the girl is like, I'm gonna use you and peace out. And there's I mean, if you watch TikTok and the culture that comes up, like a bunch of guys being like, these girls just want to hook up, and like they're so I can't even believe that girls like want to make out with them. Like just like, oh, okay.
Which is also so crazy because as parents and like educators and all of that, we're trying to tell boys, you cannot talk like that anymore.
And there's a guy on TikTok that I don't even know what happened, but I was watching, and he's like, this girl came over and she's like, I was talking to another girl and she's like, I came over for you. Do you want to get with me? And then he's like, well, I'm talking to this girl, and she's like, well, then I'm going to get with your brother. And then goes and gets with the brother, and he's like, then she tried to get with me. And I'm just like, and it's obviously a viral story like going on, and he's telling all about all of his hookups. And I'm just like,
that sounds exactly like Jerry Springer used to be.
Yeah. And then I see the relationship of what
fuck your brother.
Yeah.
Literally,
and they're like 22.
Yeah. Oh, fuck your brother.
Literally, I'm gonna get with you, and I'm gonna go with him. If I can't get you,
that is the ultimate diss. Oh, fuck your brother.
No, she did. It wasn't a diss. And then
No,
he's like,
I
and the
know.
things that they did down there,
No,
apparently
but doing it, fucking your brother, is the ultimate diss.
Yeah, I guess so.
Especially if the brothers are friends. Cousins are good too.
So I was like, then you have this other side where this man, big burly man, is like, she is amazing. Like, it has been very rare when a man has come up and been like, sung the praises and been like, she is like, she's a genius. She's like, it's so often the woman being like, oh my God, he's a, and we
I know, but I actually feel like, I actually feel it's very 50-50 because I feel like she fawns over him. She makes it to all of his games.
I know.
She cheers, like, it feels actually very like 50-50.
But then he steps back, and then he's also like, she's remarkable.
Exactly.
Like, how I can't act weird if she's like she's normal and she has all of these things put in her way. Like, she's the most talented, most genius, like hysterical person I've ever met. Like the fact that
it's like an actual respectful relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels like equality.
Yeah. That's what they're saying is how weird that as women we're like, oh my God, that is a standard we all deserve. So I love it for our children.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love that he can show his emotions. I love that he loves his mom. I love that he is like, they cry in front of their mom when the one brother lost, the other one ran to his mom. Like it's very cute. And they have these conversations on the podcast where every woman is like, thank you for having these conversations, because we need men to hear these conversations, that you guys aren't dissing women. You're like so enamored by the women in your lives, and they are everything, and you love your mom.
When I look back at like famous, successful, gorgeous women who dated football players, I don't know all of them, but Angie, what was her name? Angie Hartman.
dude.
Well, anyways, back in the day when she got married, her wedding dress was my original inspiration. So I cut it out, and I know that she was an
Aw.
actress and she married a football player, and I think they might still be married. Then we have Tom Brady and Giselle,
That didn't end well.
but it lasted a very long time.
Yeah.
And then just recently we had Gronk and Camilla,
Yeah.
and they were an it couple.
They're not
right?
together anymore?
No, they still are.
Oh, okay.
But like she's, gorgeous. She's also very like, outspoken as a woman and like
sexual, and he doesn't care.
out there, and also funny and a Playboy model. And
Yeah.
he's like him and his
Not a Playboy model.
Sports Illustrated
Yeah.
model. And he and his brothers are so funny.
Yeah.
It's like now it's Taylor Swift. It's like obviously Taylor Swift is more famous, but it's the same kind of there's something charming about like a successful, beautiful woman with a football player.
Oh, I think that's a fantasy.
Yeah. Because he's a man and he hits things.
Oh, so
and
you
she's
you like the
not me.
traditional role.
No, this is them. And then we've
Oh.
got these girls, these like dainty girls that are so beautiful and successful in their way. And then they've got these guys
Who seem very okay in their emotions and their
Mm.
feelings, and letting their women be perfectly
It's so-
independent.
so perfect. I think we should find some more football players.
Yeah, I think there is a genre of men out there who definitely. I mean, I would say our husbands 100% let us be us.
Oh, the original was OJ. It's true.
He killed her.
Yeah, but she was a beautiful.
Yeah, but that was not an inspiring relationship if he's abusing
I'm
her.
I'm not saying I'm saying football players and beautiful
Well,
women.
that's same with hockey players and baseball players.
But do hockey players marry famous women other than who's
Some.
the one Carrie Underwear?
Some,
Give me another one.
whatchamacallit, oh, he's a golfer. If I was to go, some of them, you're right, though, less, but most of them, like, there's a few. And
Hillary did it, but it didn't last. And then there's Carrie Underwood is the only one that I can think of.
And
And-
basketball players, though,
Who are they married to?
like Gabrielle Union, like Vivica Fox, like,
So who is Vivica Fox married to?
she was married
Oh.
to the really tall, handsome guy.
Oh, which
Rick
one?
Fox.
Is that why her last name is Fox?
Babe, yes.
I don't know.
They were married in like a thing.
I mean, I remember him, and I know what she does. And she's actually goals.
Who?
Vivica Fox. She started
Yeah.
a man's troop in Vegas.
Yeah. The
actually
basketball
recently-
players date the rich women. I mean, the famous women.
Give me
too.
more.
I mean, Kim Kardashian, Tristan Thompson.
oh,
Like,
the
I could go
yeah.
on with all the Kardashians and all the basketball players.
Kardashians. They dominate that. Yes.
Like the successful women. Yeah, no, I'm saying the inspirational ones who actually have
No, I'm just saying like athletes and famous women.
yeah.
Because
I mean, yeah, that's better than a small actor.
yeah,
If you're rich and famous, you got to go for something who's right up there.
yeah. I mean, Taylor's done them all.
She had something to say about that.
What'd you say?
That the media has portrayed me as this, and I'm not that. And she's
I'm
like,
just saying she's dated a lot of famous people.
yeah, how
She
who?
hasn't dated a Kennedy,
Yeah,
John Mayer.
yeah.
Her last boyfriend, who's a really successful actor. I mean,
Harry Styles, but she is 32, and she was famous at 15.
yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Like that, she has like a wide variety of types. That she doesn't just go for one type.
For sure. I wonder if she's dated
She's
anyone who's not
she's like,
famous.
the people like march me through. Like I've dated everyone. She's like go look at a few men. They've dated way more people than I have ever.
yeah.
You know, she's like I go on one date and it's like I was in a relationship with them. She's like, sit down.
She likes famous guys though.
I mean, I don't think she has a choice when you're that famous.
I
And you
guess.
get famous at 15.
I guess.
Like she was so famous, so young,
Yeah.
and didn't go off the rails.
Yeah. I
She's-
know at all.
But she said her parents are at every show, and her whole family works for her entire business.
I love that.
Yeah, relationships, y'all. I mean, I hope that
Wow. The dog is snoring.
I'm trying to get her to stop.
I just feel like now, like, because I don't know, like, in the olden days, where we're at is middle age.
Yeah, no, we are.
And middle age was where they used to say, like,
I think middle age starts at 38.
Okay, well, I heard today on the radio it is
Did it get
48 to
older?
65.
Oh, we're not middle age yet then.
No.
Were you aging us
I,
up?
I said in the old days.
Middle age in the olden days was 48.
No, right now it's 48 to 65.
Oh, because everyone's living longer.
Yeah.
So that's great. Okay, that's great news.
Great news.
Okay.
But that's around when things started to fall off the rails. And I think it's
They
also,
would die, no?
No, middle age, not that olden days. I mean, like our parents' generation. A lot of people started like getting divorced. A lot of men were leaving. And I think that even like these days, people get more like mature and like potentially sexually curious. Like a lot more people start swinging, opening up their relationships.
You know, you can get a card if you're a swinger, and then you have your information on it,
Yeah.
and then you can like
Advertise
go out
yourselves.
and advertise yourselves as a swinger. I think with your like information of what you look like on the card, and then you give them the card, and you're like, "So this is me, and I'm you. You want to go swing?"
And I think also if your partner meets someone that they think that might be a really good like fit for you, he can also give your card to that person.
I want to let you know that if you took that up in your life, you would be,
It would be so fun.
no, you would be so distracted. You would get nothing done. If you could go hunting, think about it. Every
sounds
airport,
like so
everywhere
much fun.
we were, I would be like, I wouldn't. It would be a full-time job for you.
Oh my God, I wouldn't get shit done.
You would
That sounds
find
great.
You would find girls for Mark. You would find girls for you. I mean, boys for you. You would be like, okay. You would be like online.
I feel like I'm always looking.
Exactly. Now imagine you could actually follow through and you had like the ability to go hunting for an open relationship, and then you'd be in a new city. Like, okay,
City. That's good. I was gonna say we don't really breed attractive middle-aged man.
But you're
in this town.
Okay, listen to this.
I'd go out. I'd find them.
If you have an extracurricular of an open marriage, you are both in the best interest of going out to find people. Like you want to go out all the time because it is like,
what do you do with the kids?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. They're old enough to baby themselves when you're middle aged.
You're hunting, and then you would go downtown, and then he would go downtown.
Because I never go there. So like when I'm there, it's like another world.
The world would literally open up for you, and you would see a different world because you don't hang out in the circle of swinging, but you would. And then you'd be like, I don't even know. You know, the problem with you is if you get into a world, you're gone. You're not multitasking. Like you're not coming back for a little bit. Like you would be all in to swinging. You would be so busy. I mean, I'd have to put your vagina on vacation. I'm like, I'd have to put it in the calendar, vagina on vacation.
I mean,
it's a work week.
It's a work week. But we just in the last I don't know if you guys listened to our podcast or signed up for Ashley Madison, but in the last 24 hours, we received a new favorite.
Oh, you go and check these now. You didn't know how to check it before.
No, I never have. I just looked it up right now because it comes into our promotions.
So
I'm going to see our message right now. His name is Your Stallone.
You're Stallone, babe.
Is that kind of like, oh, you're Stallone?
Yeah. You're his Sly Stallone.
It's a we thing.
No, I'm saying
we're a twofer.
I'm saying he's saying I'm your Stallone. I'm your Stallone.
Oh, we made a fake name. I'm like, who's Kanata?
Kanata.
That was us. I forgot that.
We made our name Kanata.
Okay. I'm not adding a photo. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. The fisherman. You looking for a fisherman?
They do that because they leave for a long time. You do want a fisherman. It's like a golf widow.
And a hunting widow.
Yeah. A fisherman's gone. And if they ice fish, even better. It's year round.
And they go off the grid.
Yeah.
Did we tell you guys about? Yeah, we told them about.
Yeah.
I was telling someone, like, who knew there was a niche for strippers in towns where there's hunters?
Tell us the message.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. Is Waterford, Ontario close? If I click on this, is he going to see? It says priority.
You're fine. Open it.
You know what?
What? He's really nice.
He's 57.
Okay.
It's a little bit like a mix of Richard Gere and full head of hair. He's established.
He says that? He's not then.
What is looking to spend NSA time? NSA.
Not safe at work. Hold on.
No,
hold on.
No.
NSA. Non-sexual affection.
What?
Hold on.
You have to be within 100 kilometers of him.
What does he must be in a relationship?
So he's a Libra. He's 6'2".
National Security Service.
Come on.
No strings attached, baby. No strings attached.
I know a lot of you guys listening knew exactly what that was. We're new here. We're new.
Uh-huh.
He's adventurous and daring. Oh, he's discreet.
So he's
okay,
married.
that's Ashley Madison. They're all married.
Yeah, he's
Fantasies, easy go, naughty, non-possessive, open to experimentation, oral sex, sensual massage.
You put oral sex in there and what you like?
Mm-hmm. And he's well groomed.
Can I see?
Yep. And he wants something short term. He's 200 pounds and 6'2".
Short term.
Pretty good for 57.
Why does he have a green screen and lights?
Oh.
What does he make?
Oh no!
You need me. You're gonna get murdered.
I have another
if you're
picture
ever
of him.
single. You know that?
Oh, he's way worse than this, and he's got a sloth on him, a real sloth.
That's not the same person.
I know, right? But I have a question. Isn't he worried that I work with his wife? Or if I'm on here, I'm naughty too. Never mind. I'm looking for it too. Because if I go on here and I find your husband, oh, how am I going to explain myself?
I set up a fake account and I found you. I matched with you.
Do you think this happens often?
Yes, of course.
I saw her husband on Tinder. I saw her husband on...
Yeah.
At least Ashley Madison's a bit more discreet because everyone's supposed to know it's a secret.
Yeah.
We should get on Tinder.
You want to know something?
Yep.
You know the story, but they don't know the story. I've caught a few people cheating before, and I didn't catch them like in the bedroom. But, it was interesting because of the way all it was one look. It was one look.
Just one look.
So I was working at an establishment. I was younger. And I see my friends, almost husband. They have a child together. Maybe she's pregnant or just had the baby. And I see him walking with someone. There was nowhere to go. We were walking towards each other. It was a small hallway.
And it was a woman.
Yeah, he's with a woman.
I mean, if I'm seeing your husband with a woman.
I mean, it was in the box environment. So it could have been
a coworker.
and it could have been could have been anything and anybody. It could have been super, because they were with a bunch of people, but they were coming out or going into one of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We meet smack dab in the hallway.
Is it just the three of you?
Yeah, I'm like, hey. The way she looked at me.
Guilt.
No, just weird. And I was like, that was not a coworker.
What did he say?
And I don't even remember.
Did he introduce you to her?
I think I introduced myself.
Ah.
And I thought to myself.
Did you mention his wife?
Well, I called her right away. Even though I knew.
Weren't you like, where's Carol?
No, because I was just like, it caught me off guard. But I had a conversation with them.
Do you think she knew that he was married?
Yes.
She knew.
And then he overshared, right? He talked too much. He said something, like made a reason of why they were there. And it was just one look. And I was like this. That was weird. And I thought to myself, how much communication must happen? Like, so yeah, you could go, if you are at home suspicious of your spouse or someone in your life, 1,000% is probably happening in terms of
totally
a look.
Totally.
Like if they're shy or nervous of their phone or something, there's probably something.
Yeah.
But if you are 100%, like I would not think twice of leaving something around or open because you're like, oh, fuck. I wouldn't. You don't have the mind of someone who has the mind of it. It's a look, it's a thing, but not everyone can pick up on it.
Mm-mm.
And that's what's really interesting. But I'll never forget just that one interaction.
What'd you say to her?
Who? My
Your
friend? I said, oh, I ran into, and it was where?
Didn't even know that person was there.
Mm-mm.
People so stupid in a public place.
And in a very public place in Toronto.
Actually, a lot of people do that in public.
I know.
It's because it's like they become above the law or something.
It's like they just think they'll get away. They never say something. And then I was like, and then she's like, who are they with?
Oh, did you go check out the area that they were at, or you just?
No, I told her, and she knew her. She was like, he told me he was here.
I can't imagine what that felt
I
like.
didn't know what to do. I
in
didn't know
her
whether
moment.
to tell her. Like, I didn't know whether to say. Like, I was like, if I do this right now, I'm literally throwing a grenade
Did you
on the
just
relationship.
call and be like, "Oh, I just ran into your husband"?
I thought about it for like a day or two.
Oh.
And then I was like, you know what? Like, would I want to know? Yeah. Like, it was a really good friend of mine. It is a really good friend of mine. So I thought, you know
God,
what?
100%.
Yeah, but I always weigh out like,
Would they want to know?
and am I helping her or hurting her right now? And like, if I'm hurting her,
Was it
in this
immediately
moment-
over?
No, I mean,
Okay.
it was kind of unraveling to begin with, but I mean, she's like one of the strongest people I've ever met in my life, and like a total in an amazing place now. But I just thought to myself, you know, that guy, maybe him and his relationship, they have like something open, but like I don't know how you could be on one of those apps and be married to someone and not tell them, because it is literally, especially with the cloud and children. If you have children, who my kids have my phone all the time now. They know every app. They check everything. I I don't know. I don't even know where do you hide that thing? Like, Ashley Madison, where do you put it? Like, because an email gets sent. So how do you know?
I don't know.
Like, how do you
Hide
not
it?
hide? Like,
maybe maybe your phone is your privacy in that relationship and her phone is hers. Maybe they're not like, they don't share phones.
in the age of where you know where someone is at all times, how do you get off the grid for long enough to go see someone?
I don't know, but to tell you, a lot of this starts off and turns into murder. Just
totally agree with you.
saying. But also, speaking of the look, you know, when a man
Mm.
who like could be a dad at the hockey rink, or like, let's always use that because that's where I spend most of my time, and they look at you and they give you a look, and you know in that moment he's a naughty boy. He would cheat on his wife if he doesn't already.
How many times do you get that look?
I had it this weekend. Remember that story I told you? And I said we made eye contact, and that's how I knew who it was. The big juicy story I called you about this weekend.
Okay, yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that person was right in front of me.
Yeah.
When I looked over, he just looked at me in the eyes in a way that, like,
Do you think that
I held it too long too?
I wouldn't get that look?
No, I think he'd give it to you too. I think it wasn't me. It's just he's the kind of guy.
You make severe eye contact with people.
I literally just turned around.
And you kept the eye contact.
Well, because I was like, oh my God, is that him? I wasn't making, I'll make eye contact with a cute guy that I'm like, maybe
but
into.
you make it. You make it.
I
You
could make it.
You make it.
But not to everybody.
I mean, you knew where to look.
He walked in the door. No one was there except for him. So obviously you hear the door open. You turn around, and then I looked, and I was just like, and then he just.
But you knew you must have stopped and been like, is that him? Like,
Yes.
you must have been like registering.
Yes.
And then he's like, she's registering something, and then but he didn't know what you were registering, and then you locked it.
And a lot of other dads would just be like this, and carry on. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you see them men all the time. I saw 15 last night.
How much eye contact do you make in a week? Do you think with like how many times do you lock eyes? Never.
No. The fuck am I wanting to look at in the eyes?
I just mean like because if you stop and
I
stare,
look at you all day.
if you stop and stare at someone
Mhm.
and they will look at you,
Mhm.
will they hold it or?
Not all of them.
But some will is what you're saying.
And that's how you know.
And how often do you hold it?
I don't have any opportunities. I can't tell you.
So when you're in the hockey rink talking to a dad,
Yeah.
do you sit and look at them or do you look and watch the ice?
Both, because often, you know how you leave right after the game?
Yeah.
I stand and wait for them to come out. So I'm standing with the parents.
That's not for me.
Right. Well, you get to leave because your husband has them.
I'm like,
right?
Peace. That's my least favorite time.
Yeah. So I talk to them.
And then you're with the other team, and if there was a fight, and then you're like, it's awkward, and then like you're sitting there, and then you're like, okay.
I just talk, like, I know them so well now, right?
Yeah.
So I just stand and talk to them, but it's nothing. And I know them.
Well, we know there's a lot of affairs on hockey teams.
Somebody had an affair with the coach.
I know.
I need to know
Mom,
more about that. Like, I need some visuals.
you want me to get you pictures?
You know?
It was my year.
I have been dying to see this person. I forgot you knew.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning.
I mean, all the coaches are 21.
That guy wasn't very old.
Yes, he was.
Not as old as her.
Yes, he was.
I heard at least a decade in between.
Not true. Not true. That's how the rumors start. Not true. He's a grown man. She was a grown woman. But nowadays, the coaches seem to be very young.
There are young ones, yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't necessarily think that with all this fucking hockey bender shit, that something might not happen on a hockey tournament. The mom goes, the dad's busy somewhere else.
I think
The young coaches are sitting
I think
at the
amongst
bar.
parents it will happen.
Oh, yes.
I think less with the coach.
Ooh, it would be so fun to like kind of watch like a inkling of a flirting happen. And you're like, I just fucking got that.
I
saw
would
that.
not. I would
What?
not, because you're busting up your kid. Like, you're getting kicked off the team.
It doesn't always mean that it's going to happen. Also,
the whole league knows whose parents slept with who. You're ruining your kid's life.
Maybe it's true love. And maybe her husband's a dick anyways.
Oh, true love. You're gonna
Like Tori
you
Spelling.
are gonna throw out.
Listen, I'm not saying that I would think it's true love, but I know all these ladies out there are looking for true love.
I think they're looking for a sausage in their punanis, and they're
but half of them, let's say. So a lot of the dads, right? We've got some single dads on our team. So maybe the women, they've been with their husband forever, and they're
looking for some some sausage.
That's when it could happen.
There's a lot of single dads on your team.
Maybe one still for now. But I'm not gonna. He's not that bad. And you know,
where is a TV show on this? Or sports teams, even football, like in America,
baseball.
there's so many more of you. There has to be
You need
love
to tell us
affairs
these stories. This is the shit.
where the
because-
parents of the opposing team, and then they get mad, and then the thing, and then it's a small town. Where is that Hallmark movie?
Yeah, and it would not be Hallmark.
Yeah, it would be.
No, it
Yeah.
would not be.
Yeah, because
No
a town,
affairs happen into Hallmarks
Oh,
ever.
okay. Then it's on.
It's Disney.
It's on Hulu.
So like she's looking at the coach from across, right? And he's like really like,
I think its parents are better,
oh, okay, on the opposing team.
or
Ah.
on the same team.
I think we could play lots of these.
I think there's lots of them that
I
happen.
had this one. Okay,
The biggest rival and the parents
Ooh,
hook up of the there's like a swinging affair, and the whole town finds out about it. And like of all the teams, you had to go for the rival team, and she's like, I only did it so I could make them bad.
this feels a little PG. Okay, can I tell you what it's more like? So she's her husband's a bit meek. Okay, he's a nice guy. He provides for the family.
He's a bat boy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he brings the bats to the game.
This is hockey.
Oh, he brings the.
He doesn't actually. You know what?
He brings the water bottles.
He doesn't even do that. He's got a job. He's
He's an
busy,
accountant.
and he does
It's-
very well for the
and
family.
and it's tax season.
It's sexy. He's very busy.
Very
He's
busy.
such a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah, but like, so then the coach on her team.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the other team or her team?
I think the
get to
rival.
pick.
The rival's a
Rival
better
team.
story.
That coach, he's from like,
And
The outskirts.
she has the best kid on the team.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, and he gets real mad on the bench.
Mm.
He's really aggressive.
Mm.
He like throws things,
Oh, and kicks.
kicks the door.
Yeah,
And she,
he gets ejected all the
all
time.
the time.
And they make out in the locker room.
Slow down. So then she's like, oh my gosh, like she's never experienced this kind of aggressive behavior.
Oh, and it turns her on.
Because it's
You are watching
so-
too much murder.
No one's getting murdered here.
I know, but aggression, that is not attractive.
No, it's some girl. She's got a meek husband.
So the aggression is
Like-
attractive.
Yes, she likes it. He's not going to hurt her. He's just going to be a bit bossy.
Oh.
She has been bossing for so many years. It's time for her to be bossed around. So the last time in the tournament, they're in Lake Placid.
Oh, wow. It's beautiful now, too.
Okay, not Lake Placid.
No,
I've never been
Detroit.
there. Okay.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
They're in Buffalo.
They're in Buffalo. And he gets ejected. And she's really nervous. But she can just feel his testosterone. She can smell his pheromones.
Whoa.
So she goes to the bathroom and meets in that alley in the back. And they have just one look. They start making out. And he's like, I'm staying at this hotel. Room, whatever.
Yeah.
My wife's
And no
not
one
here.
is playing mini sticks in the hallway. And no one is awake. Don't worry. You could walk in and not be noticed.
Actually, he says, meet me in the boiler room in the bottom of the basement.
Of the Buffalo rink.
But no, the hotel.
Of the Red Roof Inn.
It's actually where they keep all the pool toys at the
Right,
indoor
the
pool.
chemicals.
Chemicals. Meeting in the chemical room.
And it burns a bit.
But in a good way.
Because she's had a meek husband.
He's so meek. He hasn't burned anything. He always
Are there
cooks the
condoms
chicken from-
involved or no?
No.
No condoms.
No.
She gets pregnant.
Yes.
Goodbye, y'all.
But her husband's white and this guy's not. And so how is she going to hide it?
Thank you for joining us on today's podcast. I hope you all let us know about your cross marital team affairs.
I want something to happen this weekend.
Natalie.
I have 2 teams.
Natalie.
And then all these American
No
teams.
one else is thinking this way but you.
What?
Yes.
I won't involve our teams. I'll involve the American teams.
So you're
that are
watching the American teams have affair in the boiler room and you think you're going to know about it.
there. I'm following them. I'm following any suspicious behavior. If my kids get lost, it's not my responsibility. I'm there for research.
No.
So I can bring back to you next week what happened.
I am dead. Bye, y'all.